People call it crazy, but after a while, I find it crazy just to get in a car and drive to a job that you hate every day, stare at a computer screen, and try to make something that you think you need when you really don't. When you can really just be just as happy living out of a backpack. My name is Clint. I'm from the United States of America. I've pretty much been traveling for the last 7 years straight, and here I've ended up at beautiful Ecuador.
Do you want to talk about what you studied and what is your job?
Sure. So I was in the United States military for about 13 years. After that, I went and got my master's in military history and theory. I've been trying to understand why people group up and kill each other around the world, and haven't had I would say the perfect answer for it, but I would definitely like to say that it's probably governments and the ideology that influences most people.
Do you want to talk about how we met?
Sure. It was really interesting, actually. My wife and I just were up there over here having a little bit of lunch, and you guys sat down next to us. We struck up a conversation naturally, and it just felt like it was free-flowing. As time went on, we started talking about the conflict in Israel and in the Gaza Strip, and started to realize we had a lot to glean from each other and learn from one another. As time went on, we really got into details about things and kind of came to the same understanding. How would you almost say it, I guess? Different examples of things not to do in the world. We don't have to follow those. Pretty much since 2016, I kind of swore off society and decided that I was going to go live out in the woods and the mountains as much as I could. Just kind of get my space away from society. Nature seems like a place where things are still in much order when there's a lot of chaos in other places.
Do you want to talk about your plans for the rest of your journey?
Have to go see Machu Picchu. I mean, what a great monument that the Incan people have actually created. So as a historian, I always love seeing like the things of the past and the relics of what they've done. And then from there we might go to Bolivia or Chile or Argentina. We're not sure exactly yet, but definitely there'll be mountains and beaches involved. I definitely want to see Patagonia as much as I possibly can. And if we have time, we'll see Uruguay, Paraguay, and maybe stop back in Panama for a little bit of touring there. And then we'll head back to the States, where I'll once again hike the PCT for the second time. And that'll probably be the end of my long distance hiking in the United States for a while.
You have been traveling a lot in the army and outside of the army. How did travel change you?
It gives you a different perspective. You realize that maybe things that you've been learned from your perspective in your country or your area really isn't how everything works around the world, and that you kind of get rid of your egocentric kind of ideas and your systems of thought. The more people you meet, the more you realize that we're similar, that most of us really want the same things in life. We want safety, friendship, food, and some fun. And I mean, that's pretty much what I found just traveling the world, is that most people are more alike than they are unalike. We're different.
Thank you, Clint.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you.
You as well, brother.